Kaizer Chiefs are back with a bang. A scintillating performance in Bloemfontein saw the Glamour Boys dispatch Marumo Gallants by 2-1. AmaKhosi will be looking to make it 2 wins from 2 when they take on AmaZulu at the iconic Moses Mabhida Stadium. Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Deshaj, and with me in studio today is African football expert Mogale Sathekge.
Hey Tara Deshi, good day, good morning to the listeners. Azishege.
Yeah, Mo, a positive result for Nasreddine Nabi in his first league game under new management at Kaizer Chiefs. How important was that result?
I mean, you could see after the game, Deshi, how everyone was rejoicing. The Kaizer Chiefs bench team, the players themselves, the goal scorers and everything. It was quite an emotional victory for AmaKhosi because it almost ended in a draw. But at the end of the day, they gave in their all to match victorious at the end of the day. Yeah. Very important results for Nabi as his first game, but yeah, we know Chiefs coaches with winning first games. The rest we shall see.
Tell us what you mean by the former coaches who have won their first game, of course, not staying the entire stint.
Mangete won his first game. Molefenteki won his first game. And also the last coach.
Interim manager Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, Kevin Johnson won his first game and the rest was history. I'm not saying it will happen with Nabi though, but I'm just saying that Nabi is cooking. We saw a different Kaizer Chiefs, their mentality, their willingness and the spirit that they carried throughout the entire game against Marumo Gallants.
Yeah, I think they started that first off like a house on fire, and even when they fell behind, they still continued the attack, eventually finding the equalizer. Did you like what you saw from the Chiefs?
I like what I saw from the Chiefs, and one comment, one compliment to Nabi. Only the guy who plays right back has been there for Chiefs, but all of the guys that were there were new guys. Ignacio, Dudley, and also the
Bradley
goalkeeper.
Cross as well was also a new man.
Cross on the right. Only the guy who plays right back. What's his name again? From Chiefs.
Frosler.
Yes, only
Frosler was retained his position.
On the right back, and that is one of the players that was always in the first 4 defense of last season. So, compliments to the guy. He did very well, and I think if they can carry on with that pace and performance and mentality, Chiefs can actually.
I think compliments to the scouting team as well at AmaKhosi. Let me ask you this: the player like Gaston Sereno as well, he was incredible on the day. Do you think Chiefs finally have a squad that can maybe mount a title challenge or possibly a run in the cup?
I mean, how ignorant can you be as a South African fan to even start doubting Gaston Sereno? We know what he did at Sundowns. We know what kind of a player he is. I'm sure even Pirates players, some of the Pirates supporters, they wish that Ivan Khoza could pull a Sereno signature and surprise many South Africans. But look, man, Gaston Sereno is a formidable player. He's a good player. He loves PSL. He understands the culture of PSL. He understands the nature of PSL. He understands everything about PSL. So if he goes to any team, he will definitely perform like he was at Sundowns. And we witnessed that in this past weekend when he played against Marumo Gallants. That's a reinvented Gaston Sereno, and I have no doubts he's going to do very well this season.
Well, on the day, of course, it was the Kaizer Chiefs Academy products that scored the likes of Obrigado, Mfundo Vilikazi, as well as Mduduzi Shabalala getting on the score sheet. What can we expect from the dynamic duo in the upcoming matches?
The boys are showing it when they are on the field that they are hungry. They want it. I just love how Pirates and Chiefs and SuperSport and other Stellenbosch FC, how those teams are unearthing young talent. I mean, this shows that there is a succession plan for Bafana, especially coming from big teams in the PSL. It's a good thing that you see those teams unearthing such kind of talent. You get my point? So, man, I was so happy for the young boys. At the end of the day, they are the ones that gave Chiefs the victory. They must just focus on playing good football. They must learn from the experienced players on the field. They must learn to take instructions. They must learn to do what is required of them from the coach and from the senior players on and off the field. And you'll see.
Yeah.
Top talent.
100%. Well, if you look at last season, of course, Chiefs finished in 10th position, their lowest league position in the PSL era. Now, that meant that they missed out on the MTN8 competition, which meant their competitive season started a lot later than the other clubs. Now, do you think there was maybe a blessing in disguise for Nasreddine Nabi? Maybe he had more time to work with his Kaizer Chiefs team?
I think considering what they've been through the past seasons, I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because at least playing 5-6 games of the league and doing well in those 6 and going to a cup competition, at least the players mentally and emotionally and physically, they will be ready. They will be knowing what is expected out of them. They would be knowing what is required out of them. So it's a blessing in disguise for AmaKhosi. Only Pirates, because they are used to winning the cup, they are always under pressure because they are defending their cups. But for teams like Chiefs and SuperSport and other teams, it's a chance to redeem themselves and remind South African fans what they are made of and show South African fans that they are still big powerhouse clubs in South African soccer.
How far do you think Nabi can actually take this team this season? You know, but what's the ceiling for Kaizer Chiefs now?
I see the guy in the top 4, top 5. I'm not going to judge the guy with his first season. I'm someone who believes in giving someone a chance, I believe in giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Let's give Nabi a chance. I mean, if you can, we saw Hugo Bruce, aka Ric Flair. There was this interview where he spoke about Nabi, because at some point he's got some history with Nabi. He knows what Nabi is capable of. He knows what Nabi can bring to the Chiefs side, and also an element that he can bring in benefiting Bafana when it comes to the Chiefs players, the current crop of talent. So I think Nabi is someone who's cooking. This season, I will give him the benefit of the doubt, but top 4, top 5 for me, that's good enough. If he can go and play CAF Confederations Cup and also play MTN8 and perform and everything, I would be happy. But next season, I would want him to take where he left off. It's a season to do much better. It's a season to win one of the major domestic trophies and even the league. So, season of building, next season he must be in it and show it, because Chiefs is a big team. We are not going to give you 3 seasons for trial and error. 100%.
Let's look at the opponents on Wednesday night though. Now, of course, Coach Pablo Franco Martin would have had a bitter pill to swallow after his side opened a scoring against Polokwane City but have nothing left to show for that spirited performance. How do you think it's going to affect the mentality going into this game?
I mean, what I wish to see from most of these PSL teams is just to pick up from the previous game, whether they lost or won, with the same energy they went into the first game. I mean, these teams can do much better, and they can challenge bigger teams in a very positive way. AmaZulu is capable. AmaZulu has got players that do feature at Bafana. AmaZulu has got players that are very much experienced. AmaZulu has got good players and so forth. I mean, AmaZulu has got a team. They need to just show that this year they are ready also to challenge the league.
All right. Well, you're speaking about strikers. Itioso Igodoro scored on his league debut for AmaZulu. Can you see maybe extending his scoring streak in this game?
What a player. I'm very much happy in terms of how he plays football, how he creates those opportunities, the movements, and how he tries to position himself, and how he always creates chances for himself, even in those tight positions. What a formidable player. I see a lot from him. I see him as one of the most important players for AmaZulu this season in terms of their success or their run in the league for this upcoming season.
Well, they're going to have to fix their defensive issues Velimoto, of course, not having a season to remember, or rather start of the season to remember. Another goalkeeping error following his dismal display in the national colours. Do you think AmaZulu to maybe bench him, or do they give him the season to recover?
I mean, AmaZulu is a very Velimoto is a very important figure at AmaZulu.
Yeah,
he's the club's captain, and he's also in Bafana. He has led the team in the past 2-3 seasons into being a very strong and fearful team. So I think Velimoto just needs motivation. When you put him on the bench, you are killing him more.
Yeah.
Just speak to him, give the moral support and emotional support that he requires, and help him to pick himself up. And he's a very confident player. We could see what type of a player he is when he was in the Bafana camp during the AFCON. So that's the volumeter that we want back. He's a motivated player on his own and so forth. Just support the guy, give him more faith, tell him who he is, remind him what he's capable of, and let him start. Putting him on the bench, you are making matters worse.
Yeah, but they are facing a formidable Chiefs attack. I mean, surely he's going to have a busy day at the office between those sticks.
That's where you need him to show what he's capable of, because he's playing a much bigger team that he knows that what the team is capable of. You need him there to showcase the real motor against Chiefs.
All right. Well, Moji, with that being said, give me your prediction on this one.
My predictions on this one, Chiefs has got a chance to steal this one 2-1 away, but if not so, I see a draw.
All right. Well, football fans, you've heard it right here from African football experts Mogale Sathekge calling a Kaizer Chiefs in a double chance, either a victory for them or a draw. You can let us know how you think his prediction is going to play out, and maybe tell us who's going to win this fixture. From all of us in studio, thanks and goodbye.
It's a shooby!
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.